So I launched Revenue Rulebreaker last year because I wanted a place to document what I was going to do next with my business. I had just shut down my membership and I wasn't sure exactly what the future looked like. I wanted to start writing about it. And people hopped in and said it was interesting enough, so I kept doing it. And I ended up launching a paid subscription, which many of you know. And it started becoming a real project. But what I've learned in the last year is that there's this huge opportunity in the small business space, and specifically for business owners who don't fit into a box where they don't see themselves in online media or even in programs or materials that other business owners are putting out. It's hard to get good information about what entrepreneurs are doing inside their business. You can be on newsletters and podcasts and YouTube channels for different entrepreneurs. Everyone sort of has rose-colored glasses about what they're doing, and it's usually a sales funnel that you're entering into. And on the media front, in the news space, there's just not very good media for small businesses. I talk all the time about how Forbes and Entrepreneur are pay to play, and there's just not that many publications that cover small businesses in general. The ones that do tend to cover franchising businesses or family businesses. And they're not necessarily interested in the solopreneur or the micro entrepreneur or the little agency owner, but I am. I'm interested in that. And I think there's really interesting stories in our community about how people are navigating different challenges that are being thrown at us, things like what's going on with healthcare in the US. I love hearing how people are innovating on their business model. I love seeing those tiny wins. I'm not so interested in people like Alex Hormozy or Cody Sanchez who are doing these huge businesses. I'm more interested in the micro entrepreneur who's just making it work. And so I want to cover more of those stories, and I want to turn Revenue Rulebreaker into a more substantial home for internet entrepreneurs who want to do things their own way. And so I'm launching this fundraiser. I'm calling it the Screw Billionaire Owned Media. We'll tell our own stories drive. If we rely on billionaires, they're not going to be interested in us. We already know billionaires really don't care at all about small businesses. So we have to be the ones to tell those stories. And I want to be a conduit for that. And I'm enlisting your help if you want to contribute. The best thing you can do is become a paid subscriber. So if you're not already a paid subscriber of Revenue Rulebreaker, become one. But if you want to contribute, whether or not you're a paid subscriber, I welcome your contribution. All contributors, no matter your level, will get an invite to my Q1 earnings call where I will break down how much revenue this publication brought in Q1, where that revenue went, and what our plans are for Q2. I'm starting to do things like take on guest contributors. I also have a ghost developer that I work with, and there's some expenses here. It's not just all money that's going into my pocket. There's actually quite a bit of investment that we want to make. On top of that, if you contribute at a level that matches one of my paid subscriptions, I'll give you a comp subscription as well. So those are the perks. I'm keeping it pretty light on the perks because I want to focus on delivering excellent stories. I'm working with some freelancers right now. We have so much great stuff going out in December and January. So I invite you to become a part of it. Subscribe to Revenue Rulebreaker, share it, and contribute to this campaign. Help us tell more success stories from indie business owners like us.